3. Alright, here's the commentary for Safari Bob 2, boys and girls.
So, yeah, the original concept for Safari Bob 2 was something...
Ben Stahl, Daniel Stern, and Paul Buchholz, by the way.
Oh, yeah, same as last time.
Yeah.
Same DVD,
So-
probably.
Probably.
I don't know. I haven't made it
Ben
yet.
Stahl, Safari
watch
Bob,
the other commentary
Daniel,
first.
Cameron Dave, Paul, everybody else.
What you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm also Sponge, obviously.
Yeah, we got a bunch of different roles in here.
Yeah.
Just look at the credits, you'll figure it
The
out.
Sponge accent's a little inconsistent, too, actually.
But it's sheer brilliance that we cannot...
People are distracted by your pink shirt. It's fine.
What? Okay, anyway, so the original concept for Safari Bob 2 was something like fighting off the evil cat again, Return of the Eskimos.
Yeah, something
Some
ridiculous
kind
like
of
that.
title like that, but then this Safari...
We even filmed a whole brilliant little introduction for it, and that just
Yeah,
got
we
totally
did.
discarded because we changed the whole concept.
Well, yeah, I had this other tape, everything on it is completely dead, which is a great tragedy, causing much refilming and hassle. But yeah, this Professor Sponge thing came to you randomly one night. You made this huge email that had this entire first stuff on it, and all these crazy
Is that what
ideas.
happened?
Well, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You get that email, and yeah, it was.
I had all
Yeah,
these
it's like,
ideas
dude, we
about
got
Sponge
ideas.
and
Yeah.
the talk show and everything.
Yeah,
Right.
mispronouncing his name a million different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk stew, isn't that great?
And then Mr. Beating just sort of came naturally out of Paul's
Yeah.
character. It's
Yeah.
like Paul's perfect role where he does not have to memorize lines, he can express himself with physical actions and expressions and just be tall and dark and big
And I get to wear that Mudvayne shirt.
until we lost it.
Yeah. This
So my hair looks great for that part right there because it's all flattened on my head. Whereas
Yeah.
now it's all wild and woolly. And that's great, that little bit of editing there. It's great.
Yeah, that's the burnout.
It's a great way
transition.
to
You see that in
introduce the
westerns
thing.
a lot.
It's just happened to work out perfectly. We have that little scene, then we can have this nice little intro, and then we can just go to Spark Bob. It's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. At what point did you actually start planning this movie?
I don't even.
How many scenes
Yeah.
into it?
We'd already filmed like going up from the creek 3 or 4 times, and it was terrible because we'd just be silent for so long.
Wait, what song is playing here?
It's Black Hole Sun. You absolutely insisted upon having Black Hole Sun and refused to let me pick any music
Yeah,
for
but
it
it
without
rocks the
telling
house,
you.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really. It's not significant or anything, but I guess
Mhm.
nothing in this movie is.
Music really makes this.
I don't know, I
work.
got a little emotionally stirred at the end when I made the little speech about we're the final 2 men and we have to stop Sponge and save the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Monologue.
There's actually a metaphor hidden within this that I discovered that scholars could write about and they sort of make it up and think we were actually planning this, but it really didn't make any sense.
What,
It was
just,
sort of like, it's all a metaphor for buying a house, really, because Safari Bob and Camera Dave come to the Rensar house and Safari Bill is a competitive owner, or a competitive buyer.
are you
And
talking about Spark Bob 1?
I mean, it can be both of them, and then the second one takes into, like, you know,
Brian
you want a
Pate
clean
asked me if the
house.
second one was a big metaphor for like anti-George Bush.
Well, I mean,
I mean, it
I just
kind of
sort of threw that
indirectly
in.
is. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's that little joke at the end, obviously.
Everyone
why
needs
do
to
we-
hate George Bush as much as possible, so I just put that in there.
Do we
but we
really need
weren't
to
thinking about that.
assign a political message to this work?
No, of course.
No, I mean,
It's-
I'm
it's
actually
bigger
thinking
than
about releasing a version that doesn't have that ending because it's really not necessary. But
Yeah, well,
It is humorous.
I
though.
just hate Bush so much.
You know what part
but
upsets
he's
me
gonna
that
be
I thought
gone
would go
anyway.
over so well? That, I mean, it isn't really that funny. Is the part where Sponge is watching Harry Potter.
Yeah,
On
no one
TV?
really seems to appreciate
No
that.
one seems to appreciate it.
yeah.
It's so funny because there's
Well-
this big happy scene in Harry Potter, and then it's cut to me crying, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when it actually comes up.
This movie's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, okay, sorry.
That film editing.
He's got
with
the.
that.
I've got this blue hat on.
The
It's
old-
great. I love it. It's like
old-time
Safari
sleeping
Bob's
hat.
slumber hat. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I mean,
We're
everyone.
gonna hear some great accent
Oh, man,
consistencies
it's-
here.
it's
Daniel
brilliant.
comes up with some sort of Scottish, I don't know, pig dog Irish accent or
No,
something.
in this scene, watch my
Just
right
really
arm.
fit.
Just watch my right arm. I don't know what was happening, but wow. After he starts going at it, of course. There it goes. I don't know what I was doing.
Man, what is the deal? Is Paul filming this or is it stationary?
It's stationary. Yeah, we had to leave it there.
Man, I'm not that steady.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, there goes the Scotch-Irish coming in. And then there's the first discontinuity.
You ever decide
see
not
my
to shoot
dad-
into the sun?
Well, I mean, it's artistic is my excuse usually.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm
going to
just
say.
generally lazy.
I was either going to call you out on it or say that's really artistic. So.
Yeah, you can see my dad sweeping the deck out there as we're
Oh,
in here
yeah?
having fun. Yeah.
It's
I
a
didn't
service.
notice I'm sure no one else
It's
will.
back. I mean, yeah, that's the only shot. He's only there for a couple seconds. Everyone loves that. That's like everyone's favorite part of the entire movie right there.
Classic Sprite Bob face.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's following on this either.
Right, no, this is another failed part.
Well, okay, we're trying to
We're trying to
foreshadow
establish this
discontinuity.
theme of discontinuity, but it doesn't really fall through that way.
Because if you notice, like, the gun and the machete were actually on the couch earlier, and no one brought them into the kitchen.
Right.
And I was wearing sunglasses. So we'll talk about that later in the discontinuity man scene. As if you remember what, like, all these little details.
Yeah. I mean, you probably tried to cover up the whole discontinuity thing too much, though.
Well, I mean, whatever.
You tried to account for it. It's like, it wasn't that big a deal. Really.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow, I forgot. We filmed this shot
Oh,
about
yeah, this
8
scene.
times. I mean, like, Daniel lost it. One time there wasn't the tape in there. Paul broke it. I don't know
Paul
what
taped
happened.
over it with
Paul
this
taped
brilliant
over
thing where he's either, he's looking at the wall and
But, I
saying
mean,
stuff about, like, monkey's brain mass.
Over 2 years, we must have filmed this segment 4 times.
I actually found an older version of it that I rendered with the really crappy Windows Media Movie Maker thing in a
Yeah.
WMV format, so the sound is terrible. And we talk about stuff that doesn't really apply to the new version of it, but it's actually included on the outtakes
It's
now.
very frustrating. I mean, I remember
Yeah.
being so frustrated. The one time when Daniel was like, "We don't have the tape."
Yeah, we walked
And
all
I
the way
was
down
just
there.
like-
I didn't have the tape.
I
We've
was
been,
ready
like,
to
eaten by
kill
mosquitoes.
somebody.
Oh man. So yeah, I
God,
put
look at
special
that butt.
influence on his butt this time because we'd already filmed the Harry Wanker thing
Oh,
before,
yes.
and I was like, well, okay.
This is great. Daniel's
Oh,
dad's little
your
cameo.
dad?
Yeah, the Harry Wanker thing came from your Jesus video, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like your correspondence name in there was Harry Wanker.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
you're right,
news
you're
thing,
right,
you
you're
and Brian Pate having
Harry
Jesus
Wanker.
attack a gay guy.
Is that supposed to be all...
Yeah, it
reverse?
kind of is, but that's not so bad. You
Oh,
know?
it's not. I mean, you don't have to read that much into it, Paul. I know what you're thinking. Jesus.
Mine's always in the gutter, geez, Paul.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I wrote this brilliant speech of self-deprecation mostly about Cameron Dave, and my dad's a brilliant orator, being a lawyer/minister. So
Lawyer?
Yeah, he was a lawyer once.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
then he decided that he didn't really want to spend his life protecting corporations like Chuck E. Cheese. And
What
Wow,
a...
from lawyer to minister. That's funny.
yeah,
Oh,
it's sort of
fucked
like
up decision.
he's like, hey, look at morality, and then he became a minister.
That, your dad's crazy, man. Just stick with the money.
1048.
That's how it works.
Well, he's got really good credit rating.
There's pencil. I love that part.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh. Give you some money?
Doesn't mean he has money. He just can use money as much as he wants.
Huh.
This part is very what? Like, what other movie has this kind
This
of
is
thing?
the Holy Grail when there's the guy talking about what
Oh,
the,
right,
the
that's
Knights
right.
all did, and then the Knight...
And the knight comes in and slays him.
Yeah.
This is a direct, theft.
I don't know about
Not-
theft. It's
no.
like incorporated nicely so that it's
Yeah.
like a shout almost.
But
We're
How about-
paying our
it's an
respect.
I didn't
homage.
theft, okay?
Homage.
Yeah, because I even
Paul,
write it
stop
on all the
speaking
horse.
French. No one understands you.
Homage.
Oh yeah, homage.
See, I almost like this part because you can't even tell what we're talking about at first. It's kind of neat. It's like you're
Yes, no, there might actually be something over there.
Yeah, it's like we're both creeping on something. It's a nice little. I mean, you can use that. You know what I mean? Like 2 people creeping through the forest. Like you don't know what they're hunting. That's a neat little thing.
Good.
Notice I casually point the gun
Connect
at you
with
a
the-
lot.
It's like the beginning of that
characters.
movie, The Thing, where they're hunting that dog, and you're like, why are they hunting that dog? You don't know what's going on, and it ends up it's the alien.
I'll
pretty
bet
cool.
you that about 1% of people who see this have seen the thing.
All right, I'll bet you that 10% of people that are seeing this have seen The Thing.
I haven't seen the thing.
Me neither.
I haven't seen this.
No, you guys aren't correct. The Thing is like a Stephen King classic.
Yeah.
And it's a good movie too.
Oh, here's my Irish again.
Cars working for him will never stop him. It's got cars working for him.
You should become a
Ten
police
We'll never
person.
stop him.
Identicals.
I'm Cameron Day.
Yeah, we go back from
Irish
like
is
big K
together.
Big K to check cans and all this kind of crazy stuff.
What was this? What was...
I personally
What?
don't think this works out at all. The big K, the tissue box, it just doesn't work.
It
It's like-
should. I mean,
Well, Daniel, I'll tell you. I think what the problem is like the tissue box comes too soon after the K cans.
really?
I mean, yeah. I think
Yeah.
like with some of these jokes, it's obviously you have to do it right afterwards. Like the part where I say, "I know Louisville like the back of my hand," and then immediately the next shot is us lost. That's
Yeah.
funny. But with this thing, I think it's like if we had let this rest a little bit and then come to the tissue box a little bit later, it would have been funny because people would have. I mean, I don't think the problem is that people don't make the connection. The problem is it's too immediate reversal.